Hello, my name is Nathan from Toxic Game Studio, and this is the fourth part to the series of game development series. In this tutorial we'll be going over if statements and the type of testing we do in if statements and the different formats you can use in an if statement. So we're going to be using our basic template we've been using for the past couple of tutorials. We're using the basic pause template and the basic main template we've been using. But this is the different part. It looks like a lot, but you don't really even have to type it all as long as you understand it. So on the first line we prompt the user how old they are, and with a colon and a space. And you don't have it in line, so we'd be typing your number beside the question. So it's going to ask you how old you are, and it's going to test it for all of these equations, for all of these statements. And if a statement is true, if a statement is false, it'll do whatever it goes along with it. So when you type in your age and you press enter, it's going to test your age. If it's less than 0, it's going to tell you you've not been born. If it's between 13 and 19, it's going to tell you you are a teenager. If you're greater than 16, you can drive. If you're greater than 21, you can drink alcohol. If you're equal to 16, it says I am also 16. If you're not equal to 16, it says you are not 16. And then it has a little separator. On the next birthday, you will be plus age, an increment operator. We went over this in the last tutorial, and it increments a value. The increment can be used both before and after, based on what you're doing. And since we're calling the variable in this line, we need to set the increment before it's called. If you call it after it's called, it'll just display 16. It wouldn't make sense. So, the first thing to test, see how it works. This one is pretty self-explanatory. If your age is less than 0, then display liar, you have not born yet. This one seems a little bit more complicated. If your age is greater than 13, and double ampersand, if you look up here, double ampersand equals and, your age is less than or equal to 19, then that means you are a teenager. This is the second format you can use. A lot of times when you have more than one statement, you need to use these curly brackets. Instead of just using the right beside the line, you need to use curly brackets. If you only have one statement, however, you can just put it right beside the line, and it works just fine. If your age is greater than 16, in America, you can drive. If your age is greater than 21, also in America, you can drink alcohol. If your age equals 16, it says, well, I am also 16. And if it's not equal to 16, it says you are not 16, which makes sense. This exclamation mark and an equal is not equal to. In the description, I'll be putting a file to my PDF tutorial. It goes over everything we've been over, but in a little bit more detail. And it also comes with a quiz that you can quiz yourself over until you learn everything, get everything right. I believe there are 20 questions. So I think that'll be pretty helpful for you guys. I think that's pretty much it for the if statements. You can use the if statement to test anything. Like if a certain key is pressed, that's how you can know when to move your characters being moved. This is a game related, by the way. When, like, say you press tab, you open up your inventory. That's how the program knows when you press a certain button to do a certain action. That is the end of this tutorial, and we'll move on to lesson 5. I'm not sure what I have planned for that lesson yet, but I'll let you know in the future. Thanks for watching. Check out our Facebook page and our website. See you on the other side.